Hi, I'm Piper with Simply Piper Salon. I'm going to give you a little preview of some of the things we cover in my personal analysis clinics. This one is on the hair. The reason I teach these clinics is I love to share the information that I have developed from being a hairdresser for 25 years. It's important to me to share my knowledge, and so I love to do these classes and to teach people how to better understand not only their hair but also some tips and tricks of the trade. So now we're just going to go over a few things about the hair that I think is fascinating, and to see if you feel the same. If this is something you're interested in, please make sure to let me know, and we can put a personal analysis clinic together for you in your home for just a few of your friends, no more than about 4, so we can get to know each other really well, and it's a really fun party. All right, so what's the purpose of the hair? The hair has 2 major purposes: protection and adornment. We love to look good, right? But it also protects us because hair isn't just on our head, it covers our entire body. So it helps protect the scalp from the heat and the cold, for most of us anyway. Hair can also provide a personal appearance, accentuating or diminishing certain facial features that we want to either accent or diminish. The life cycle of the hair, I find, is very fascinating, and here's why. There's 3 stages. There's the anagen phase, the catagen stage, and the telogen stage. Now, each one does very different things, but they're so fascinating that it's a very delicate balance. So, the first stage, the anagen, the hair grows 2 to 5 years. So this is our longevity. So this is the hair that you see every day on top of your head. So each of these hairs can grow 2 to 5 years. Now, the catagen stage is the next stage. So it's a slow growth as the hair is getting ready to shed. Okay? Then the next stage after that is the telogen stage, and it's dormant only until the papilla, and that's in the little hair follicle, begins to produce more keratin, because that's what the hair is made out of, a protein called keratin. Now these keratin cells start to reboost the growth cycle of the new hair, and that process takes 9 months. Terribly fascinating. Now, here's a few things. During pregnancy, your hair grows faster, okay, and tends not to shed nearly as much as its normal rate. Postpartum, it's normal to experience mild to excessive hair loss. This is normal because there has been a disruption in the system. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. As a normal growth cycle, it restarts itself until you're done nursing, okay? Additionally, after surgery or any major injury to your body that affects the circulatory system, this interrupts the delicate balance in the system, and then it reboots everything back to the first stage. So here's how I want you to look at it. Your hair grows on average 1/2 inch a month, right? So once it comes out. So once it's come out of the hair, the scalp, it grows in that anagen stage. Okay? That's at 2 to 5 years. Now, if there's any disruption, whether it's pregnancy, surgery, anesthesia does not do well with us. Women notice it a lot more than men because our hair tends to be longer. But it does affect men as well. It's just their hair is shorter, so they don't tend to notice it as much. So, like I said, if there's a disruption to this cycle, it reboots everything back to the beginning. And so, like I said, that 3rd stage is only dormant until it begins to produce more keratin cells. Now, the process that's triggered to do that can cause a disruption in the balance, right? There's a disruption in the force, right? So what happens is it takes 9 months to gestate a single hair in that telogen stage, right? So if your hair sheds out, right, that whole process before you see it come out through your head takes 9 months, okay? So basically what I'm getting at is if you have a major injury or pregnancy or surgery, and 9 months to a year later, you're going, oh my gosh, my hair, it's receding, I'm losing all this hair, there's something wrong. I just want to remind you, the first thing you want to do is look back. Was there something in your life that caused you to have additional disruption in that system? Now, another thing that disrupts our system, especially us ladies, is menopause or any problems with our thyroid. Now, thyroid works both male and female, so our hair tends to be the biggest tattletale on the planet. So if there's something going on in your system, it tends to be this delicate cycle. If that's broken or disrupted, you'll know in about 9 months, because your hair will be a lot thinner, and your because what the hair sheds, and it doesn't immediately produce that cycle because it's been interrupted. There has been something that it was interrupted. So it takes a little while to get that boosted up until you see the hair come out. And that's why a lot of people have a lot of fuzzies. Those are great. Don't pull out your fuzzy hairs. Those are baby hairs, and they need to